Thank you for joining us for the Mentoring for Profit with Mr. Ugo. It's actually the business mentoring masterclass with the premium mentor. A lot of people have been looking forward to this amazing session. And I'm so sure a lot of mind will be blown away. It's a privilege to have my mentor, Ugochukwu Omeogu. I met him uh, about 12, 13 years ago. And it was a privilege working with him for a year plus. And back to back, I always go to draw from the stream of his wisdom. And amazingly, I wasn't shocked the first time I saw on online platform that Mr. Ugo has hit and made over 1 billion naira in Nigeria through coaching, mentoring, and doing this at the corporate level. So it has been an amazing work working closely with Mr. Ugo. And this is going to be like an interview session. And of course, it promises to be an amazing session. So ladies and gentlemen, without wasting much time, I want to make a warm welcome to each and every one of you. I celebrate you. But right now, I'm bringing our guest. He will be our guest. I'm going to ask him a couple of questions, and I'm sure a lot of us, our heart and mind will be open up to us doing amazing thing in this country. One of the things Mr. Ugo always tell me is that very soon knowledge will be exported from Nigeria to the rest of the world. And I'm confident that he's already doing that. When I saw him on the platform with the amazing Tony Robinson, it was such an amazing. He has said this before, so I'm not surprised. So right now, I'm bringing up on stage Mr. Ugochukwu Omeogu. You can just send a thumbs up, whatever it is, to celebrate my mentor as he comes up. Good to see you, sir.
Yeah, Solomon, good to see you. You are doing great.
Thank you. Thank you. I just got into just a few minutes ago, and I said we just have to do this. But I'm so honored to have you live. A lot of people are excited and looking forward. I've been receiving calls. When is this session coming up? When is this session coming up? And actually, the session is already up. And so there's so much to say. My excitement, you can see lots of excitement coming out of me, sir. I'm so excited to have you here. Now,
Same here.
I've heard your story over and over when we were handling some nationwide training for Fidelity Bank on corporate mentoring. You share your experience around your mentorship relationship in JP Morgan Chase Bank while you were in the United States. You've shared diverse experiences, mentoring experiences, and aside the experiences, you live this real, life. And I never forget the first time you said your mentoring class, that's 13 years ago, is 1 million naira. And people are like, how can I pay for knowledge? 100,000, I can't pay. How much? 1 million. And truly, you said it, I saw it. And today is over 5 million naira. And that's for Nigerians. And those out in diaspora, you do way more than that. So it's a privilege. We're not just having just any mentoring session. This is more or less like a premium mentoring session. So it's an honor to have you, sir. You're welcome,
Same
sir.
here. Thank you.
So what does mentoring mean to you, sir?
Well, first of all, thank you. And all of you that are listening right now, it's definitely a privilege to be part of this event. Solomon is a great man. And I've worked with him over 10, 12 years ago. He literally was working with me in my company, and he's one of the brightest mind, very humble and loyal, and very teachable. So Solomon, me coming on this program is a sign and a mark of respect for your integrity, for your honesty, and for your heart of learning. I also know you love to help people. I also know that you can go any length just to learn. So thank you for having me, Solomon. So mentoring, what does mentoring mean? Mentoring to me means a situation where someone has done well in his life or has gone through and feels the need to want to help people to, first of all, avoid his mistakes and also accelerate their success. So it's a relationship-based learning, okay, that is definitely meant to benefit the mentee more importantly. So that's what it is for me.
Awesome, awesome. I wouldn't be saying much. I remember you saying anything in life. One of the first thing you said to me, I can't forget it. The very first day I met you in Lagos, after our meeting in Kaduna, is anything in life can be modified. But you see, the word of God is standard. I can't forget that. That simply means one can pick up in knowledge if you can work on it. You can bring anything out of it. That's so powerful and so amazing. So once a person becomes resourceful, how do they generate income from mentoring?
Okay, so first of all, the purpose of mentoring is not to generate income, first of all.
Yeah, yeah.
But there are laws of wealth. Those laws guide our activities. Those laws detect what happens. First, one of the laws of wealth is the laws of exchange. The laws of exchange. What that means is once value leaves you, value will come back to the source. Value
That's
will
right.
always come back to the source of value. It's a natural law. In other words, you don't have to say, pay me, first of all, but once you help someone, once you support someone to achieve a particular goal, the natural law is that the universe will make sure whatever is the source of that help that has become useful, the universe will make sure that source get recompensated. So, and I see people also try to say, mentor me. You don't say someone mentor me without having something in your hand, either a
That's right.
service, either some kind of service, competence. But if you don't have any of those things, you want to offer some kind of reward, not for the knowledge of the mentor, for the time of the mentor. You see, so profitability in terms of mentorship is an organic phenomenon. For example, I am doing business. I'm still in business. I have lots of investment. I'm still investing, and this my business and investments. They take my time, so I have my time locked in on things that I'm doing in my company with my staff. And then someone comes and says, "Please mentor me. I would like you to mentor me." What you're saying is, I'm going to leave my time that I'm going to be using to do something to spend on you. So the profitability is that if I let go my time to mentor you, what's the opportunity cost? What is it that you're going to do? What will be the law of exchange that's going to come back to me in terms of my spending my time? Now watch this. If I spend my 1 hour to create content and ideas, generate, I mean, I'm a factory, I'm producing product, I'm producing services, I am, doing researches. And those researches that I'm doing, the product that I'm producing, and the services that I'm putting my time on to produce leads to $1 million. And say, Mr. Go, mentor me. What you're saying is I should take my $1 million of time to give it to you to show you what you need to do.
That's
So
right.
in the natural law of exchange, what is it that you're going to do to exchange, to compensate for the $1 million? It's on that basis that you can have something like a fee agreed or a certain type of exchange. Now, having said that, you don't pay for the mentor's knowledge. You only try to pay for his time. It's the time that is restricted. The knowledge is
Wow.
infinite because I can spend 1 hour with two people and they get different message from the same 1 hour. And one person can become successful in that 1 hour, and another person can still be figuring out what to do with his life in that same hour. So
That's
it's not necessarily the knowledge you pay for; it's the time that is limited that will require some kind of exchange. And why it is important for the mentee to have something to exchange is mentoring is not a charity thing. It is
yeah.
a way to lift someone that needs help up. And the person that is going to lift you up definitely has something he's doing with his time. So it's basically on that premise that you can talk about the exchange between the mentor and the mentee.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Sometimes I know in few words you do wonders with, I'll never forget the vision management. Vision management, I still listen to vision management till date. Is one of the audio message that connected me with you. Remember, we went to speak in Kaduna. I didn't prepare my speech for the audience. I was out there for Mr. Ugo. I needed Mr. Ugo's attention, and I got it. And all you said to me, hey, meet me in Lagos. And that was how we connected. It's such an amazing work. And that is because you were able to pull out value from the source, law of exchange. You didn't just came out from somewhere. You put in a lot in your knowledge. You put in a lot to tap into your unlimited resources, and you were able to connect with many people. You've helped many people. You've helped people in the highest level of corporate bodies in Nigeria. I'm not saying it because of somebody. I work with you, so we travel together at different points in time. And so now in mentoring relationship, I've heard you once said, in great mentoring relationship, the mentee will need less of the mentor with time. How do you mean by that?
Well, very good question. The essence of mentoring is to help the mentee to stand on his feet. And I always say, like you said, a great mentor is someone who makes himself progressively unnecessary. A great
Amazing.
mentor is someone that makes himself progressively unnecessary. So I'll put it this way: a master teacher, a master mentor, you know, answers questions and not just teach knowledge.
That's right.
Answers questions and not just teach knowledge. A good mentor or a good teacher explains knowledge. A good mentor, a good teacher explains knowledge. A great mentor transfer knowledge to the mentee. And how does he transfer knowledge? He helps the mentee to do the things that will need him to develop his competence. Knowledge is transferred through practice. But when I talk to you about what I did, I'm only explaining my knowledge to you. But
That's right.
my knowledge is not knowledge to you, it is information to you.
That's
Okay,
right.
what knowledge to me is information to you. The reason is this: you see, knowledge stays in the brain through practice. When you do something, your brain records what you've done and your brain stores it. But information is stored on computer, on teaching, like everybody listening to me right now. This is information because maybe if what I'm saying you've not done it before, this is basic
That's right.
information. The best this can do for you right now is to guide you on what to do. But once you practice what I'm teaching right now, once you practice it, your brain will understand what words cannot explain. So in practice, your brain understands deeper insight that words cannot explain. But guess what? The highest purpose of mentoring is to answer questions of the mentees, solve mysteries, right?
Yeah.
And the greatest part of mentoring relationship is to help the mentee to understand how to ask his life question and then get his own answers. In other words, it's not enough for me to tell you what to do, but I need you to know that answers without questions is an illusion. So, what are the questions of life you need to ask? And how do I get your own answers? So, the more you learn these things, the less of me you will need. The less of me you will need, because the essence of mentorship is not to make someone a slave, is to make him a colleague in the end.
Wow. Wow. You've said,
For example, right
yeah,
now,
go ahead.
you are doing very well. I am now on your platform,
Yeah.
yeah? And then this is your independent platform. And then you and I somehow right now are colleagues. We are partnering. Yes, you still, once your mentor, always your mentor, but you've grown
That's
to a
right.
level where we can share platforms right now. And that would be it's a very big honor to see someone that I saw when he started right now commanding such influences. And I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much. You've done so much in my life. I believe the audience are listening. I'm sure when we are done with the few questions I have, then they will be able to ask their own questions. So amazing what you've shared. And I remember, thank you so much, Mr. Ogo. I remember I saw a quote somewhere. It says, a good teacher can make a student achieve 100% of result, kind of. But when you have a great mentor, like what you've just said, they will not only achieve 100%, they can achieve 1,000%, they can achieve even much more. Because if they're able to take the information from the knowledge that the mentor has and put it into practice, as you will always say, the test of knowledge is in practice. We don't until what you know knows you. You don't know anything. So how do you prove you know it? We see you do it. We see you getting result. And that is why I'm going to the next question to ask. In mentoring relationship between the mentor and the mentee, which of these two is more important? Is it the process or the result, and why?
Okay. So in relationship between the mentor and the mentee, both of them are very important. So there's what is called process outcome and result outcome.
Wow.
Process outcome builds you to become somebody of value. Process is what develops you to become somebody of value. Then the outcome is what you can do with what you've become. So
Wow.
you want to say that's what is called process value and result value. Process are the series of events that has to happen for something to happen. Those series of
Wow.
events are making you better. It's improving your character. It's helping you to articulate your visions. It's building your mental strength. It's giving you clarity. So processes build people. And then what you achieve in the end, the most ultimate thing you achieve through a process is who and what you become, not what you get. As for example, if I'm building a car and I finally build the car and I started from the conception of a car and I put the resources together and I put a team together and at the end of the day, a car is produced as an item. That is the least of what has happened to me. The
Wow.
most important outcome out of a process, my ability to develop leadership, my ability to share vision and articulate my vision to other people to understand it. And I be able to put a team together for them to rally around the vision and then finally produce a car. Even though a car was produced, but I become a better
Yeah,
leader. I
that's right.
become a better facilitator. So the process has its own value. It makes you become somebody of a better character, a quality person. Then you're still going to have an outcome in terms of an item produced or a product produced or what you have learned. Okay, that one in itself is also an outcome. But the ultimate outcome is your ability to develop yourself to the point you can repeat your outcome over and over again and whenever you want.
Awesome. Um, you where you rounded up by saying ability to repeat. I remember you say things like when you make a million naira or million bucks, whatever, whether US dollars or whatever it is, and you lose the $1 million or 1 million naira, and you can't repeat the process. It means the $1 million or you or naira that you have, how you got it was a fluke.
Right,
It
right.
wasn't there. You don't have a process that allows you to repeat. So I think that's clear enough. As many people that are listening, for the sake of time, I know how you value time. So I wouldn't want to bore you with so much talk. So I just want to go straight to the next question.
The network is
I remember
what you
12 years
said.
ago, you were charging about 1 million naira. Aside consulting, aside other forms of training, you said to me, my mentoring fee has jacked up, and you said it's now 1 million naira. And I'm like, are you serious?
Okay, Solomon, I needed to repeat what you said. The network was bad. I lost you for about 2 minutes.
Okay. I said, I remember about 12 years ago, your mentoring session was about 300,000 thereabout, but suddenly you just said to me that it's now 1 million. Nothing is anything until someone places a worth on it. This is one thing you
Right.
always say to me. And
Yes.
I realize you've placed a lot of worth around the things that you build, I mean, the value you've created. And when you make that decision to make your mentoring session a million, it was almost like, no, this is not possible. And I've seen people pay for this mentoring session. Today is over 5 million naira for Nigerians, and I don't know for those in US. So the question is, how did you get there as a premium
Okay.
mentor?
How did I get to where?
To that point where you're able to, although you said something around the law of exchange, but how are you able to keep building momentum in terms of the will I call it price? Yeah,
Then
price of,
okay.
yeah,
Okay.
for that
Okay, I
people
get
pay
it.
for your
I get it.
time. Yeah,
Um, so there is that's what's called the law of progress. Okay, one of the laws of wealth is the law of progress. Law of progress does not regret failure
yeah,
nor celebrate success. It only asks what is next. Law
mm,
of progress does not regret failure nor celebrate success. It only asks what's next. So if something happens and it didn't work out the way you wanted, law of progress will not stay there and start being start mourning the loss of
yeah,
money and mourning the loss of opportunity. It only
that's
wants you
right.
to learn from that loss and get wiser. And then to ask you, so now that you've lost, now that this thing didn't work, what are you going to do with what you've learned? So that's what law of progress says. And then
Wow.
if you have succeeded in something and you've done it well, and you charge, for example, 1 million. At the time I was charging 1 million for sessions. Dollar was about $100 and 150 that time. So right
Mm,
now, if you put it on dollar benchmark, that fee right now should be about $15,000. So
wow.
which is what I charge for mentorship session for 3 months. An individual is $20,000 now, and you get to
Wow.
see me once a month. And if there's any need between each of the months, we need to review something. That's what we do. Now, but I
Wow.
have clients all over the world. I mean, right now, from Canada, from the US, all over, who are part of the mentorship. We've done hundreds of thousands of dollars and millions of dollars in revenue over the year in terms of mentorship. So, how did I get there? How did I get to the point my fees are this small? Um, there's two things. There's two ways to measure the value of a thing. Okay, write this. I want to write this down. That's what is called brand value and what is called product value. Okay,
Yeah.
brand value and product value. Product value is the value that people get from the usefulness of a product. So if I give you a car to drive, you want to see how the car drives. You want to really enjoy the car, drive it based on the utility of that car. People place a particular price on that car. But when that car continues to be useful all the time, and people already have the knowledge of what this car does, and that knowledge is spread around the world. You see, people are no longer buying the car because of what it does. People now buy the car because of what it represents. So
Mm,
when you have a product value, that's why you sell your product or sell your
mm,
time. People will price you as a commodity because they want to see, okay, does it work? They want to test it. They want to see how it
yeah.
works. That's based on the product. But when the product works and it has worked for multiple people in different cadre of life, the corporate executives, the top business people, SMEs, and corporate organizations, and it is no longer in question whether the product works, the testimonials people give will now create a perception of what that your time or that product represents. So if
That's
you're
right.
selling a brand, you don't focus on the usefulness of the item. You focus on the perception, on the perceived value of that. A
Yeah.
typical example is Rolls Royce. Rolls Royce, of course, it does what every other car does. Rolls Royce moves around. If you get on Rolls Royce and I get on Toyota, I will get to the same destination where you're
That's
getting.
right.
And it's not even the fastest car in the world.
That's
So,
right.
so basically, but Rolls Royce is not sold based on utility, is sold as an accessory of statement. It is sold
Wow.
as an accessory of significance. So Rolls
Wow.
Royce is not sold as a car. Rolls Royce is not a car. It's an accessory of statement to show that you
Wow.
belong to a certain level. The feeling and the emotion that Rolls Royce generates when you come with it to an event, people will honor you and respect you and put you in a particular class just because it is a Rolls Royce. But you can still
Yeah.
show up with their Toyota. So how I got there is I don't sell the utility of my product anymore
Yeah.
because there's so many people who have gotten better. Businesses are doing awesome well, like yourself. And at this time, it is the brand that is sold in terms of the projection and the feeling that if you're with Ugo, you belong to a certain level of class in terms of performance, not better than any human being, but
Yeah.
in a certain level of utility in your life is guaranteed. And besides that, you have access to a lot of other network of high net worth individuals when people come into my mentorship. So it's not so much about what is said, it is who said it.
That's right. Amazing. It's not so much about what was said, it's more of who said it. That's so powerful. I need to go back this night and play and watch everything you've said today. You've said amazing things. And I just want to take what you've shared further by asking, is there a difference between a regular mentor, permit me for lack of better word, a regular mentor and a premium mentor?
Um, well, okay, well, let me just paraphrase it. There are general
Generally,
mentors, people,
yeah,
yeah, people who are in your life giving you general knowledge, which is average knowledge, which is masses knowledge. People who are not specific on any area of your life. You can have them as uncles. People who are generalistic in their approach to life. And then there are people who are what I call subject matter experts. They have unique and rare knowledge on a particular subject of life for which they have mastered the ins and outs of that particular subject area. It could be in business, it could be in investment, it could be in marriage, it could be in health. These people have rare knowledge, and rarity creates a high level of demand because you can find it just about anywhere.
that's
So
right.
at that point in time, when you say premium, premium came from the word premier, which is the beginning, the first, prime. Okay,
Yeah,
something that is unique and the first of its kind. So and in the law of economics, you have when there's more demand and there's less supply, prices go up. So
that's right.
premium means that you have utility of something that brings extraordinary results. I give an example. When people listen to me in any context,
Yeah,
they don't hear a better knowledge. They hear a different knowledge. They don't hear
that's right.
something they have heard before in the context of this. Oh, this is better than what I heard before. They hear something
Mhm.
that is rare and unique, and therefore will cause them to have a unique and a rare outcome if they use that. So premium means that you're getting the highest possible outcome in the context of that particular um, knowledge. You have in lounges in hotels. You have premium lounge. There, you can
Yeah,
meet someone that can change your life forever. You have premium products. Premium actually means that it is in a class of its own and delivers value that the ordinary products in that same category do not
yeah.
deliver. So the difference is normal mentors give you general stuff that basically is about around the corner, but premium means the person has a rare and a unique services that meets your need in its full capacity.
Awesome. Thank you so much, sir. Um, if you notice, I've been taking my time, and I'm so honored to have you speak to us today. There are a couple of other questions. I'm sure a lot of people will have questions for you. But before any question comes up, because we are rounding up in any moment from now, I want to ask you, are there any last words when it has to do with mentoring?
Okay.
That's from the
Um,
discussion. Any last words? Yeah.
okay. Is that me? Is that for me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm muting it.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I'll ask you to, everybody here on this call, to seek and look for mentors intentionally. You see, I don't know why people, most of life adversaries, most of life issues can be averted if you seek wise counsel early
Yeah.
from those who has gone through that. Okay. There's no wisdom in going through a pain you can possibly avoid. Even God made sure that we have parents when we are young. What is the role of a parent? Is to guide a young person through life to help him avert unnecessary mistakes. So
That's right.
mentorship is a legal shortcut to success.
Mm-hmm.
Mentorship helps you give unfair advantage to life, that you can get where you're going on time with less mistakes. What took me 5 years can take you 1 year. But mentorship does not take away process. When you have a
That's right.
mentor, doesn't mean you'll be absorbed of the responsibility of doing things. A mentor simply shows you the right steps, but you have to follow the process. It doesn't take away the process of growth. It doesn't take away the
Mm-hmm.
process of learning. It doesn't take away the process of responsibility on you. He simply shows you the right steps. And above all, mentorship is a life need. Everyone,
Yeah.
everyone needs. In an event, you don't have it, which means you have to figure out your life yourself. Sometimes some experiences are so expensive, you may never recover from it.
That's true. Thank you so much, Mr. Ogo. I'm so
Appreciate you.
honored to have you. I'm sure a lot of people will be saying, this session is too short. Guys, you have to pay a lot to connect with Mr. Ogo. You have to pay a lot. Someone said to me, he took up this post, took it to a group. He said, I just don't know how Solomon got this guy, but he must have paid a lot of money. And it's a law of
Yes, yes,
exchange. That's actually
y-
what happened. Go ahead, sir. You
yes,
want to say
yes.
something?
People. Just my last thought. You see,
Yeah,
money is a means of exchange of value. People think that
that's
money is cash. See,
yeah,
cash is not money. Cash in and of itself has no value until the value is imputed on that cash. Cash
yeah.
is used to measure value, like
That's right.
$1, $2, $1,000. Those
That's right.
metrics is to measure the quantum and the quality of value. So money is a means of exchange of value. If value is not exchanged, money cannot be said to have been made. So between you and
Absolutely.
I, there are about 5 levels of money. Okay, 5 levels of money, which time will not allow me to share. But one of the highest level of money is credibility. Solomon,
That's
you
right.
have credibility. I believe in you,
Thank
and
you.
and that in and of itself is enough for me to do anything that you ask me for to do, like we've always
Thank
done
you.
in the past. Yes.
Thank you. I'm so honored. And amazingly, I just discovered there's no question. I'm sure a lot of people will watch this after now. So just drop your questions. I'll get in touch with Mr. Ogo. We need your feedback. We need your comments around this particular session. Mr. Ogo has done so much in the corporate world in Nigeria around mentoring. There's so much from almost every bank. I remember us going almost every bank doing the corporate mentoring. And since he understands the corporate mentorship side, I took up the corporate mentorship side, mentoring from the protege perspective. And
My clientele
that,
are all
yeah,
over.
go ahead.
My
Yeah,
clientele are all over the world. They have clients in the UK,
wow,
United Kingdom. I
wow,
have
yeah,
clients from Canada. I have clients from the US. I have clients from Ghana. I have
yeah,
clients from Cote d'Ivoire. I have
wow.
clients from Cote d'Ivoire who don't understand English. During our mentoring sessions, I have an interpreter who interprets
Oh,
our
wow.
conversation in French and English as well.
Wow, thank you so much, sir, for
Thank
this
you.
amazing session. So
Thank you.
right now, I'm going to permit Mr. Ogo to leave, so I will take him backstage. Thank you so much. Any
Thank
question
you.
that comes forth, of course, I'm going to send it across to you. I must say a
Okay.
big thank you. My wife sent her love. My wife, she's in love with you, for instance.
I know she's an amazing person. She's a
Yeah,
great
yeah,
woman. Yes, My
Thank
regards
you.
to her. I know she's doing a good job. I can see what's going on in your life. She's really an amazing
Yeah,
person.
yeah. Thank you so
Okay.
much, Mr. Ogo. Have a
All right.
beautiful night and a great week. Yeah.
Okay.
Bye, Mr. Ogo. So I want to challenge you. We're actually pre-selling a course on multiple streams of income for mentors. So I want you to DM me and ask me how do I create multiple streams of income as a mentor. And of course, we'll get to talk some more. We really want to appreciate Mr. Ogo for this amazing session. We have to stop now. If you have any question, just drop it in the comment section and we'll definitely respond to that. Have a great week ahead. Thank you.